Growing Big with Steve Bartylla.
When people think about habitat improvement, they think about food plots, and for good reason. Food plots can make a big difference in your success. The problem that most people have, though, is they don't go ahead and match the best food plot locations for their hunting conditions. Okay, instead they go out to that back corner of that field that's nice and easy to produce a food plot, that opening in the woods, someplace easy. Instead, you have to go ahead and follow certain formulas to get the max production out of your food plots. Before you ever put in a food plot, find your tree stand tree. Find a tree that you can get to safely, get out of safely, and hunt safely. That means that the deer are not seeing you, they are not hearing you, they are not smelling you. You need to factor in wind direction, you need to factor in sight line, you need to factor in where the deer are going to be when you're going back and forth. That does not happen by accident out there in the deer woods. You know, if you go to the back corner of that field and put in that food plot, the odds of being able to do those three things safely are very, very, very low. Instead, you find that location where a food plot will work. It's got good soils. Maybe you have to do a little bit of clearing, but you can get a food plot in that location, and you find the tree. You find the tree that you can access, and then you build your food plot around it. Another thing to keep in mind is whitetail's nutritional needs and wants and desires change over season. So you don't want to just put in one food source. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and on most food plots, the ones that are big enough to do this, I'll ring the outer 5 yards in Antler King Trophy clover. And then on the inside, I'll go ahead and plant their honey hole mix. And then I'm going to top seed it with their fall, winter, spring, which is a cereal rye. I'm going to put about, once the brassicas get about 3 inches tall or so, I'll go in and I'll do nothing more than top seed cereal rye on this food plot. Just go ahead and dump the seeds right on top of the dirt at about 100 pound per acre rate. I'll also mix in a little bit of their lights out oats, just some regular oats in with the fall, winter, spring. So now you have cereal rye, you have oats, you have brassicas, and you have clover all in this half-acre food plot. You do that, you've met the whitetail's nutritional needs throughout the season. Okay. Another good strategy is, do you want a holding plot or do you want a staging plot? Lots of times you don't have to plant the holding plot. The holding plot's purpose is to go ahead and get deer to stay here. This is their destination food source. That takes a lot of acreage, and a lot of times it doesn't make a lot of sense. You've got a neighbor who's got a great big corn and soybean fields. Okay, why do you want to go ahead and put corn and soybeans over on your ground? You're not going to stop them from going over there. You know, and you don't have 20 acres to put into food plots on your 40-acre property. So instead what you do is about 20 yards, 30 yards, 50 yards off that line fence. You go ahead and you create a little opening in the woods. You create a little opening in the woods because Mr. Big, he's not willing to step foot out on that great big egg field during legal shooting lights, but he is willing to step foot out into that quarter acre, third acre, half acre staging plot before going in there. And then you take it a step further. You shape it like an hourglass. You shape it like an hourglass so you got a nice little pinch point in the middle that the deer are going to go through that offers a great easy shot. You put a stand on both sides of those pinch points. Now you've got 2 different wind directions. And then edge feather around that food plot. Edge feathering is just simply the act of hinge cutting the trees approximately 2/3 of the way through, getting them to fall down and retain that connection to the root system so they continue to grow. Boom, you just shot that browse level up. The regrowth you get, the woody browse, you've increased the draw of that food plot, and you've made them feel even safer yet because now they've got great protective cover around it. You've also opened up the woods more to allow more sunlight to get to that food plot so your food plot can thrive, and then take it one more step further. and that is you leave nice, easy openings within shooting range of those tree stands that you want those deer to go through. You have the path of least resistance on a safe wind area. You slap in a little water hole over there as well, simply by burying a bucket. And now you have that food plot. You've got a food plot that you can get to safely. You've got a food plot that you can hunt with safe winds. You've got a food plot you can leave safely, that deer feel comfortable, that offer them food throughout the entire season.
Growing Big is brought to you by Wildlife Research Center, the gold standard. Reconics, see what you've been missing. Antler King, bigger bucks, healthier deer. The Heater Bodysuit, you stay warm or your money back. Furminator, the best food plot implement on earth. Bush Hog, performance you can count on. Redneck Blinds, the best hunting blinds on the planet. Chestnut Hill Nursery and Orchards. And foodplotsfordeer.com, planning your habitat improvements and improving your hunting.
Food plots are very important parts of habitat improvement. Your best food plot does not happen by accident. Really plan out your improvements, offer them that smorgasbord effect, and you're going to be a lot better off.
Growing Big with Steve Bartylla.